think it's working. Hey, so crazy day, and on top of that, I've been having some serious technical difficulties getting this stream to work. So if you can see this or hear this, leave a comment down below, because I gotta be honest, and the camera's shaking. This whole thing's been wonky today. So do me a favor, leave a comment down below if this is working and not skipping, because it looks to me like it's skipping, and I'm not quite sure exactly what I did from last time. I did some updates, and this whole thing is just, gosh, you gotta be honest, I'm feeling like a epic failure right now. So with that, looks like it might be working. So we're just gonna go ahead and I guess go from here. So my plan is that this would be something that we do every month or every other week here in the studio, which right now looks like a giant dungeon. Got some more lights put up, so we're getting there, but it still pretty much looks like a dungeon right now. So again, the idea is we'll do this every couple weeks, at least once a month, just to kind of hang out with people. I love the fact that you can actually talk back and forth with people, and you can chat and ask questions, or we can just talk about random crap and BS. I love the idea behind it. I'm just really, really, really bad at it right now. So I got to figure out the technology side. For example, I can't even see myself on the screen right now, yet alone anything else going on. So that's why it looks like I'm messing with it, because I'm literally trying to make crap work as I'm talking. So that's what's going on. I'm just going to pull this up real quick. Yeah, so that's what's going on. Like I said, I want to make it a bi-weekly or at least monthly thing. And, I think would be great on top of that is I'd love to get guest speakers on here. So people involved in the ATV, community, if you will, whether it be from, a company such as High Lifter, that would be phenomenal. Or, someone from Instagram that's heavily involved, whatever it may be, just like common names that you see on YouTube and Instagram and have some sort of involvement in the community. That would be ideal. I haven't quite figured out how we're going to make that all work yet, but we'll make it work somehow or another. That's kind of the plan. And then, we'll go from there. So this will be the first one to hopefully look back on someday and go, wow, that was really, really, really bad. And hopefully massive improvements have happened since then. Hey, Jeff, how's it going, brother? How's the CF Moto holding up? You know what? I got to be honest. It's one of the best side-by-sides we've ever actually owned. On the utility side, right? Because it's not a sport side-by-side, so it doesn't have as much, oomph or get up and go as the Razor does. So it's obviously in its own class, but it's worked out really well so far. And when we got it, it was kind of one of those, I don't know, we'll just kind of see how it goes and hope for the best. But it's exceeded our expectations in every form. I mean, the quality's good, it's durable. There's those couple things, if you saw the review or not, Jeff, we had a couple things that we really almost would say it's almost not worth buying, but we went ahead and did it anyway. Or let me rephrase that. We went ahead and recommended it as a good buy anyway. But the big thing was the clutch. And I've gotten a lot of other people on board that have owned them. The clutch is just awful on the CF Moto. I mean, unbelievably bad. So there's some solutions that we're working on right now. One or two that are not expensive and theoretically should fix the problem. So that's the hope, is to try that and hopefully go from there. But overall, it's a great machine. I mean, the price and what we paid for it, ridiculously inexpensive for everything that's included. Even the small little things. I know it sounds stupid. It's got a Bluetooth winch remote, which at the time I was like, oh, okay, that seems kind of like some, sales pitchy just to get you to buy it with these weird little features. I freaking love that Bluetooth remote. I've used it a ton. In fact, you might have even seen it in a video or two. I don't know why I like it. It's not necessary at all. You for sure do not need something like that, but it is super convenient at the same time, and now I'm totally in love with it. It's kind of like a heated steering wheel. You ever get a car, if you've ever had a car with a heated steering wheel, the first time I got one, I was like, I don't need a heated steering wheel. That's stupid. But now, now I'm like, where's the heated? My truck doesn't have a heated steering wheel. I'm like, what the hell? So, that's that. Overall, I love the CF Moto. Definitely a great machine. Moving on, what else we got here? So, hey Dave, how's it going, brother? Good to see you. Dave is an avid commenter in a lot of videos, which I truly appreciate. Jeff is too. You know, I really appreciate anybody that comments. I think it means more to me than anybody else, as it probably should, because they're, you know, I'm the face on the videos. But I don't know. I love talking with people, you know, on YouTube. It's cool because, you know, ATVing, you've got like your little cluster, right? Like those people that you always ride with, but you know, a lot of people that ride, you spread out because there's trails here and trails there, and you don't see a lot of the same people as you would in other hobbies. So I love the fact that YouTube kind of can bring some of that together, and I can talk to people that I otherwise wouldn't see that often, or wouldn't, you know, get the chance to ride with that often, whatever it may be. So it's just I don't know, it's weird maybe, but it's, you know, I enjoy it. Hey, Papa Watts, what's going on, brother? Good to see you. Thanks a lot for checking it out. Thanks a lot for coming in. I appreciate it. Thinking about an RS1, any input? So, yes, I have some, maybe, how do I even explain this? I have conflicting issues with the RS1. One side of me thinks it is like just a phenomenal machine, right? It's maybe one of the best Polaris builds out there as far as a side-by-side sort of. I mean, they're amazing, but at the opposite end of that spectrum, I go, well, for just a little bit more, I could get a side-by-side and ride with someone. So, for example, me and my wife, is one of our date days, we'll sometimes go out riding, which is few and far between because I have young kids who are always around, you know, as much as I love them. So in that aspect, I really like the idea of a two-seater side-by-side. But if you do not care about that and you are not going to ride with somebody else on a consistent basis, for sure the RS1 is an amazing machine. And there's just, I mean, they've already got a ton of mods out there for them. It's one of those things where you can mod out an RS1 until you are, you know, broke in the bank. They're just phenomenal machines, stock. And then the things you can do to them, they're just, they're great. So in that aspect, I guess my personal opinion is if you're going to ride alone and you want to be able to sit down, RS1, huge win, huge win. If you are at that point where you're like, I kind of sometimes like to ride with other people, I wouldn't do it, to be honest. So that's really what you have to weigh in my mind. I hope that helps. I know that's kind of back and forth, but, you know, I don't know, I guess, to be honest. That's my input. I hope that helps, as confusing as that almost seems. Hey, Dave, got to bring the wife. Yeah, I hear you, brother. You know, I go with the wife. I'm super fortunate. I talk to a lot of people where their wife is, you know, they say, well, my wife doesn't go with me or I go alone. I'm super fortunate. My wife loves to go, which is great. I mean, there are, you know, I was surprised when we originally started riding years ago at this point. She was immediately like water hole, you know. I mean, she's gotten into it and she enjoys it and I enjoy it, and we definitely enjoy it as a family. So for us, the two-seater side-by-side is definitely huge. Speaking of my wife, hey babe. hey Bregner, what's going on, man? There's another person that comments a lot. Again, Bregner, you probably missed it earlier when I was talking about it. Oh, first of all, wrong live stream. Do I have two going at once? I sure hope not, because that would be weird, I guess. I don't know how. I don't think I started to. Definitely let me know what I could have screwed up there. And if you're coming in and you missed the beginning, this is going to be a monthly or bi-weekly thing. Not quite sure yet, but I'm super bad at live streaming and figuring out this technology aspect. So I will get better. I keep telling my wife that too. But hopefully in this aspect, we can look back and say, okay, I have gotten better and making some good progress. So, yeah, sorry it sucks. We're here in the studio that's half torn up right now. We got some lights finally in, but it looks super ghetto. I get it. We're working on all that stuff. So hopefully that'll be taken care of. Derek, I love the radiator in the back and the air intake in the roof. What are we? Oh, are we back to the RS1? Are we back on the RS1, Derek? Must be, right? I'm assuming so. But yeah, the RS1, I mean, if you don't need a two-seater, it's definitely a phenomenal machine. Papa, my wife, 2 boys drive their own quad, so ours one. Oh, cool, perfect. So that, yeah, there you go. If everybody wants to ride on their own, that's awesome. That's the way to go, man, for sure. Definitely something to consider. Let me know. Obviously, DM me on Instagram, send me some pics. I love seeing people's new machines and all that, so definitely don't leave me out of the loop on that one. Complex Legend Cam year long. Love the idea of these live streams. Hope you do more in the future. Like show my support for the live stream idea and the channel. Hey, thanks a lot, Complex Legend. I truly appreciate that. Even if you're here for like 5 seconds, I appreciate the fact that you even took the time to stop in, yet alone leave a comment. So thanks a lot. And everybody, if you could do me a favor and just smash the thumbs up on this, it kind of ranks it up higher on the live stream videos. So if you could hit that thumbs up, it means a lot to me. I would appreciate it. Breckner again, get the RS1. You don't know how good it is until you drive it. Breckner, I hear that a lot from RS1 riders. Like people that actually own an RS1 and have the benefit to drive them all the time. I don't think I've ever had anybody tell me that the RS1 sucks or that they regret buying it ever, actually. So yeah, that just goes to show you. I guess you're right. Not above going alone. Dave, yeah, I hear you, man. I like 4-wheeling too much to not go alone, if that makes sense. Am I saying that right? I'll go alone. If I have my mindset like I'm going 4-wheeling today and everybody's like, oh, I got to work or I got to work on this or do that, I just get up and leave. I'm like, all right, cool. Well, see you later. I'm going riding. So I need like a list, like how people have black books. I need that for 4-wheelers. Like who can I call to make sure I have someone? Because it's definitely funner. I really enjoy it more when there's other people around. It's just a matter of that opportunity often doesn't exist. Hey Glenn, what's going on, man? Thanks a lot for coming in and the thumbs up. I appreciate that. If you did miss that before, if you guys could do a favor and smash the thumbs up button for me on YouTube, it does help the video and it helps my algorithm, whatever, rank higher so that more people see the live stream. So I appreciate it. Dave, I wonder why Polaris doesn't relocate rad on high lifter or rear winch. I'm not sure what you mean. Doesn't relocate the rad on high lifter. Oh, on the high, are you talking about the high lifter edition? I'm assuming. Let me know if you're talking about the high lifter edition. Let me know. I'm guessing that's what you're referring to. Breckner, the only thing I hate about my RS1 is that sometimes the seatbelt can dig into your side. I feel like that's Polaris in general, Breckner, to be honest. Their seatbelts suck, but I don't know if I can really attack Polaris for that because I feel like everybody's freaking seatbelts suck. Like stock seatbelts on side-by-sides are just, they're awful. And why you get all this stuff in them now and they can't put a good 4-point harness in there is freaking mind-blowing to me. I mean, our CF Moto's the same way. The seatbelts are so bad. We're in the process of ordering new seats because this winter is hopefully going to be the CF Moto like mud build out. Just trying to find stuff. The problem with CF Moto that we've run into, that we found, that you don't run into with Razors and all that, is they're still pretty new and not a lot of people make products for them. So I've seen High Lifter, great company. They've started coming out with stuff, but it still doesn't exist on the same level, right? If you want something for your RS1 or your Razor, you just go get it from a number of places, right? It's all about how much you want to pay. That does not exist with the CF Moto. So it's really more of a struggle of, okay, who even makes this? Not who makes the best one, but who even makes it. So that's, it is what it is. It's fine. I'm glad we're doing it. It's definitely a different area or realm to go down that road. So let me see what else. Well, there's a couple things I want to mention. Already coming up. Wow, we're already coming up on 15 minutes. That's impressive. And I appreciate it. We're at 13 viewers at this very moment, and some have came and gone. So again, I appreciate you guys even stopping in and checking it out. Hopefully, as I get better and Midwest ATV grows, that will grow, and we'll kind of get some more talk in here and all that. Hey, Mud Freak, what's going on, man? Mud Freak is someone that I see on Instagram a lot. Good guy. Check him out on Instagram. Definitely. Except it's the Mud Freak. Mud Freak's one word, I think, on Instagram, right? Well, just search for him. You'll find him. He's got some cool pictures on there from time to time. Guy. All right. So what else was I gonna? There's a couple other things I want to talk about real quick, and then we'll end this live stream. Being that it is what it is. I don't want to take too much of your time. Oh, okay. So one thing I did want to mention, speaking of the channel and getting better at this whole live stream thing and figuring this out, I need like an IT guy to come. I need to shadow him for a few weeks, I think, or just some big YouTuber, right? Give me, if anybody has any ideas as I do this, what it is you'd like to see, or what topics you'd like to talk about, either on the live stream or videos you'd like to see. We've got a pretty good queue right now, but really what I care about is finding videos that other people find interesting and want to hear about or know about or learn about, right? Because I can have a queue of 10 videos, but if nobody gives a crap and they don't benefit you at all, there's really no point to them other than the fact that I'm just making them for myself. And I very much enjoy the whole realm of everything going on with Midwest ATV right now, but what I really enjoy is the comments where people are like, hey, that was helpful, or I appreciate this, or, I'm all about, I want to provide that value. So if you guys have ideas ever, definitely shoot them my way. Let me know what you got. And then as far as the studio goes, like I mentioned, if you're just coming on, the studio is looking super ghetto right now. We've got a couple machines in here, but it's just cement walls and there's no roof, as you can see. It's finally lit, so that's a big plus. There was like one old school bulb in here before. That was terrible, but yeah, so that's where we're at. It's going to get better. Hopefully every live stream we do, I will be better at it, and this will look better. And then, of course, the ambiance in itself will look better as well as we keep going. So, hey, no problem, Mud Freak, man. You got some good pictures. I always love seeing them. Hey, Quadding, hey, I don't even actually know how to say that right, because I always type it. It's Quadding Seuss, right? I always type it, but good YouTuber. I watch a lot of his videos. How do I type a thumbs up for my computer keyboard, lol? Yeah, you just gotta smash the button, brother. He's a good guy. He's got some jokes. Check out his channel. Definitely funny guy. Breckner, Seuss as in sous chef. Seuss. Okay, so Quadding Seuss, right? Let me know. I think it's Quadding Seuss then. I'm going with Quadding Seuss. You can check out his name there. If you don't understand why I sound like an idiot, he's got a crazy name in there, and maybe I just don't understand it. But good guy. Yup. All right, so I nailed it. See, now I'm going to know that going forward. We'll be good. Breckner, what year is a scramble? I used to have an 850 scrambler. So that is an 850. That is a 2013, I believe, that one. Yeah, that's a 2013 scrambler. It's the LE, so it's got the power steering and all that. Great machine. I can't believe I'm saying that, 2013. So that one's getting older. I got to be years away from it. I freaking love that scrambler. I can't imagine getting rid of that thing right now. And I'm all about getting, new machines and testing new stuff out and all that. But I don't know, the scrambler, I think has probably been, I would say it's been my favorite ATV I've ever had. I mean, like out of anything ever. So yeah, that's for that. I've never even actually done like a review or a walk around on that. I'm throwing that in the queue. I'm going to add that on the queue. They're just, I don't know, there's something about them. They're a lot of freaking fun. I feel like you get a lot of the beefiness and the power that you get with a Sportsman, for example, but a lot of the speed that I had with the old Honda 400. So if you've seen some of the older videos, I had a Honda 400. It's in some videos. You can check them out. You can even see me roll it downhill. Great machine. Indestructible machine, fast machine, but the scrambler it's almost like, the 400 had sex with the Sportsman and produced that. I mean, they're just sweet machines. So Breckner, our 1000 scrambler is a 2015, and it's getting up there in age. Yeah, especially with they're scramblers, so it's hard not to really put them to good use, if you know what I'm saying. So the years do wear on, but what's crazy? That one right there has under 1,000 miles on it still. So it's still, it's in really good condition. I don't always end up riding it, but that's why it's got lower miles. But man, it is fun. I do love riding it. Dave, time to trade up. Hey, I hear you. We just got the CF Moto though. So, and on top of that, I don't know if you guys can see this little, I'm going to move this for a second real quick. So the next one over is that little guy. That's a little Polaris Predator 90cc. That's actually next up on the docket. I haven't done a review on that one either. I don't know what's wrong with me. I got to do that one too. That's an older one, but that's next on the docket because if you saw, I want to say 2 videos ago, I don't know, I think I put it up on Instagram. My son swamped that, so he's 9 now. He'll be 10 before next riding season. and it took him a little while to warm up to riding, but now I can't seem to like get him to slow down. And he swamped that the other week just because he went in so deep. And I don't even know what to say. I wasn't even mad. I mean, I was proud of him. I was trying to teach him a lesson about, you got to watch water and mud and all that. But on the inside, I was just super proud of the fact that he just sent it. And I had to tow him out. I mean, it took us a good hour. I had to winch it out of a pretty deep mud hole and then tow him out because the thing was full of water. But it is a 2-stroke, so you get it back, you put a new air filter in, you clean her up, you fire her up, she's good to go. So yeah, that's next on the docket. After that, might have to be a new scrambler. I wouldn't mind trying a Renegade though. I don't know. I do love the scramblers though. Renegade, I was trying to mix it up though, so I have more perspectives. Then that's another reason I kind of hold on to that scramblers, because I don't know if I want to do another scrambler or change to something else. And part of me is like, it hurts to think about getting rid of that scrambler. So that's kind of where that's at. Quadding Seuss, did you get a wrap on the scrambler? Yes, that actually is a wrap, which I bought it like that. I bought it with the wrap, and I almost didn't buy it because of the wrap. I actually hated it, to be honest. I don't know why, because now I freaking love that wrap job, and if it got destroyed today, I would get another one tomorrow. So I don't know why I originally I had a big distaste for it. My wife was actually the one that, she's like, yeah, I think it looks really good. I think you should get it. It's a good deal, blah, blah, blah. And I almost didn't get it because of that wrap job. And now if I got a new scrambler, I would go out and get it wrapped, maybe even with that exact same wrap job. So wrap jobs are awesome. As dirty as it sounds, wrap jobs are awesome. Check it out. Mud Freak, let's race. Hey, man, anytime. You're in New York, I believe, right? We got to meet in the middle sometime and hit it up. I would definitely be up for that. Dave, to be honest, I do not know what the top speed of that scrambler is. That's an older comment. We've been moving on, so I'm assuming you're talking about the scrambler. I honestly do not know. I've never actually found a straightaway long enough and clear enough that I've actually plowed it on and gotten it up to full speed. So Jeff thought the wiring was messed up. Maybe not on the scrambler. Jeff, the wiring was super messed up on that scrambler, man. That you've been on for a while. I appreciate that. You've been watching for a while, because that was at least a year ago now. The wiring on that machine, it's got a brand new wiring harness in it. I bought it, and the wiring harness was just shot to crap. So I took it back. I went back and forth with the dealer for a long time. It actually was kind of a fight. But in the end, they ended up sticking by it, and they swapped out the harness, which is huge, right? Because the harnesses alone are like $1,000 before labor. So the fact that they ended up doing it all, it worked out in the end, thankfully. And now, I mean, the machine, it just keeps on going. Great machine now. Baby steps, Dave, baby steps. Breckner, we have almost 3,000 miles on our scrambler and almost 1,000 miles on the RS1. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's some good riding right there. You must be out a lot, man. I feel like you're out a lot too, just because of the conversations we've had. So that's awesome. We still got to go riding sometime. I know we keep saying that. I keep saying that. It's hard to meet up. Everybody's so spread out. But golly, yeah, it'd be a good time. It'd be a good time. Renegades are too small, Breckner says. That's from Breckner. Renegades are too small. I'm not saying that. You're going to start a war on here between the Scrambler and Renegade group. Good old-fashioned fight. The Renegades are small. As far as the overall size, which I'm assuming you're talking about, they are smaller. I would agree with that. They are definitely smaller as far as the physical size. And that's a great thing about the Scrambler, is they are huge. Mud Freak, yeah, you got the XMR. Yep. We need to go riding sometime too. Breckner, I tried one once and it felt so small. Yeah, I could see where you get that from. It doesn't have as big of a beefy feeling on it. Papa Watts, my 2017 Sportsman 850 SP gauge cluster flickers and turns on and off randomly. I check connections, it seems fine. Anybody have similar issues? So now with the Sportsman, I haven't. Maybe somebody else can provide some input there. As mentioned, I did have wiring issues with the Scrambler, though. I hate to say it, but I feel like that's not a normal for Polaris, but I do feel like when something goes wrong, there's a chance it's electrical with Polaris, which is a bummer. I don't know what to say about it. It sucks. Kind of, everybody's got their thing. So I definitely feel your pain, though, when it comes to Polaris and electrical. I definitely feel your pain. And I've had Sportsmans with electrical issues. The last Sportsman I had was an older one now. and that had electrical issues in it too. With the gauge cluster, by the way, not only would it flicker, but the speedometer would stop working for like half the ride. So not half the ride, that's an over-exaggeration. It would shut off for a second, and then it would kick back on, and I had to fix that, I think, twice. So I understand your pain when it comes to wiring. Dave, I like the new Textron Havoc. I hear you. That thing is freaking sweet. Textron has really grabbed my attention in the last 12 to 24 months. I'm really hoping we get the opportunity to review some of their machines sometime in the near future. So I hear you. Breckner top speed 82. That must be on your scrambler, I'm guessing. That's pretty good. I've not had mine up to 82 miles an hour. Brown, what's your thoughts on the 450 HO? I got to keep up on these comments because I'm not quite sure. Were we talking about Polaris? Were we talking about? We must have been talking about Can-Am then, right? I don't know, man. I'm sorry. Let me know. Let me know which one you were talking about. Breckner, get the 570, same motor, more power. Oh, that's probably in reference to Brown. So yeah, you guys already figured it out. It looks like. Sorry, I'm having trouble. Like I said, I got to get better at these guys. So with that, I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Mud Freak first quad is a 500 scrambler. Oh man, so what year was that? That must have been an older one. That's awesome. Those old 500s they're sweet machines. Dave, getting players to cover anything under warranty is like pulling teeth. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I'm trying to be cautious because I do love Polaris, but yeah, they have their problems. I would agree with that. So. 2018 Polaris 450 HO. Oh, okay. Brown, to be totally honest with you, it just, for full disclosure, I haven't been on it. So I don't like to, I try not to give advice on things that I can't really truly be honest about. So I don't know. I know in the past they've been great machines, but personally I haven't been on the 2018 Polaris HO. So I know that's kind of a crappy answer, but that's, I guess, what I want to say, to be honest with you. So, Papa Watts, I love my 850 and 570s are awesome. Agreed. Hold for some clutch noises, but overall, Polaris have been bulletproof. I would disagree, to be honest. I don't think Polaris is bulletproof. I do love them, but we might be in a little bit of disagreements there. But they are great machines. I would agree. I don't think any of them are bulletproof, though. It's not me picking on Polaris. They all have their issues. I just think that it's weird how some have, they all have kind of their own unique set of issues in my mind. So, Breckner, 450s underpowered. There we go. There's some input for you, Brown. Dave, have a good night. Jeff, good job. Do it again live. Love anything to do with the Wheelers. Hey, thanks a lot, man. I appreciate that. All right, guys, with that, I am going to go ahead and sign this off. I truly, and I'm really not just saying this, I truly appreciate you guys coming on, taking a few minutes, gosh, like a half hour now out of your evening on a Tuesday. Let me know about the time too. When this shuts down, the comments will go away. So I'd love if you leave another comment. One, because it helps me. Two, I'm curious what you would change in this live stream, what you'd like to see added, or if the days are bad or the times are bad. So as soon as I end this, and it'll go up to YouTube in a half hour or so, if you come back and comment on that, I would truly appreciate that. So yeah, Dave, I appreciate it. Smash that like button. Thanks a lot. With that, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you on the trail. Have a good night, everybody.